Okay, I know I said for the homework that I would make the video right up to question 42, but after looking at the questions, the guided question on 42, I am convinced that you will be able to do these with no problem at all. And it will continue here. These might get a little bit more challenging, but I want you to go ahead and try your best doing so. I would like to actually help you more with over here with question C, okay, of the second page, and possibly one or two from the hot questions, if the video doesn't get too long. So let's look at question C. Okay, question C. I think we have to actually do all of 5 because we need information from here. So let's do all of 5 together. All right. A punch recipe that serves 24 people calls for 4 liters of lemon lime soda, 2 pints of sherbet, and 6 cups of ice. So clearly, boys and girls, we're using liters, which is the metric system, but we're also using pints and cups from the U.S. customary system. So we're going back and forth using 2 different systems of measurement. Complete a ratio table to represent this situation. So here we have our table. We have to complete all the ratios. How much of each ingredient would you need to make an identical recipe that serves 12 people or 36 people? So this one serves 24. 24, the greatest common factor between 24, 12, and 36 is 12, as you can see, right? We're counting by 12. So if I make this recipe, I have to half the recipe to 12, and I have to multiply it by 0.5, right? 0.5, half of this, to get to 36, don't I? Okay, so actually I don't really have to give you too much help here. Go ahead and fill this out. To go down, divide it by 2, okay, of all of them, you divide the amounts by 2, and then to go up from the 24, you multiply it by 0.5, because it'll give you, you multiply it by 0.5, which is going to give you half, and then you have to add it to the 24. You have to add it to the original recipe, okay? So there's our data, okay, that we were using. How many people do we want to serve? 24. Lime, we have 4 liters. Pints, 2 pints, and cups, 6 cups. There's our data. Remember to halve all of these numbers for 12 people. So this would be 2, this would be 1, this would be 3. And for 36, you have to add 1/3 of it, 1/3 of this, or sorry, half. You would have to add half of this to it. Okay, so because this is 3/3 of this, but you would just have to add half of this. So you would add here. You would have to add 12, right? So you're adding half of 24 to it, 12. Here you have to add half of 4, so 2. Here you have to add 2 to it, so you add 2, so it makes it 4. And here you have to add 3 of it to make it 9, right? I hope that makes sense, and that'll serve 36 people. I'm trying not to help you too much because I would like you to try this on your own. That's why I haven't drawn it out. Okay, let's look at C. How much of each ingredient would you need to make an identical recipe that serves 18 people? Ooh, 18 people. Now we're talking about 1/6 of that being added to the half. All right, these are fractions, boys and girls, but just keep in mind that 18 out of 24 is 3/4. So really we're working for 3/4 of people. Okay, 3/4. So I'm going to look for the 3/4 value of all of these. What is 3/4 of 24? 3 parts of 4. It's 18. What is 3/4 of 4? 3, right? What is 3/4 of 2? 1.5. And what are 3/4 of 6? 3/4 of 6? 4.5. Okay? And that will be your explanation that goes right there. I'll write it for you, and you put a star on it as evidence that you watched this video. Okay, so we would have 3 liters of soda, right? 3 out of 4. 1.5 of sherbet, which is 3/4 of 2. And 4.5 cups of ice. Okay, which 4.5 is 3/4 of 60, 45 out of 60 sort of thing. Since 18 is 3/4 of 24, because 24, this is the recipe for 24 people, you must find 3/4 of all the original ingredients. All of these original ingredients, find 3/4 of them, and then you have the recipe for 18. All right, like I said, boys and girls, this is a key answer. All right, there's the tongue sticking out. Okay, let's take a look at these two questions from page 44 together, the two hot questions. There are 18 bulls and 45 cows on a ranch. If 4 more bulls and 4 more cows were added, will the ratio of bulls and cows remain the same? Well, what do you think? Here, let me walk you through it. I think some of you already know the answer. You think it's no, but let's explain why it's no. Let's say we have bulls, we have our 18 over here, and on the bottom we have 45. When we look for the greatest common factor of these two, we get the number 9, right? 9. So at the top we have 2 9s, and at the bottom we have 5 9s. So it's really 2/5, right? And continuing on at this rate, okay, I can have 22 here, right? And I can have 55 here, correct? Because 2 times 11 is 22, and 5 times 11 is 55. That's the closest I can try to get to the ratio if I were to add 4 to each one of these. If I add 4 to the top, I get 22, right? I get my 22, which is fine. But if I add 4 to the bottom, I only get 49, right? So it's 22 over 49, not 22 over 55, the way it should be. So it's no, it's not equivalent. So no, is my answer. It should be 22 over 55, not 22 over 49. Okay? If we add 4 to each one, it throws off the equivalent ratio we needed. Okay? Now, here, this is how we're going to end today, and I want you to share this with me. Please write down the word share so that you share with your answer in class with me. Complete the ratio table to illustrate a real-world relationship among two quantities in which the scale factor is 4. So what in the real world is the scale factor of maybe 1 to 4? What do you think? Okay, go ahead and just make one up on your own. All right, boys and girls, that's it for today. See you in class.